Hello folks, and welcome back onto the plot. We did have a lot of rain last night, very blustery. In fact, it went down to 2 degrees. But believe it or not, we have got a little window of opportunity here. Sunshine forecast for the next 4 hours. So I want to crack on and get some jobs done on the bed. But in the meantime, I just want to show you something in the greenhouse. As you can see, things are moving on. The brassicas are coming up really nice, very happy with those. But it's these I want to focus on. These are the shallots. 2 varieties, Hativ de Nord and Yellow Sun. These I'm desperate to go out. In fact, these have started splitting, which I really could have done with that being happening in the ground. First of all, I need to get the bed ready and see what needs doing on there. We've got rain forecast for quite a lot of today again, so while it's dry, I'll take advantage and see what we can get done. When you start any job, it's well worth making a mental note of where you started and what the conditions you started with. Sometimes it's even better to take a photograph, so we'll start here. And what I'll do, I'll spin you around the other side and we'll walk backwards, because otherwise I'll be shooting into the sun. As you can see from here, there's not a lot to done. It's mainly just tidying up the beds, a few surface weeds. Down this side, the edging board is completely gone. As you know, I've got some paving slabs, some flagstones to go in, but I won't be putting them in yet. I want to try and get the beds in order so I'm ready for planting. So we'll start having a tidy up. This was the old parsnip bed. All this is going to be alliums, onions, shallots, and possibly the leeks a bit later on in the year. Anyway, this is the old pea frame. I'll be packing that up and moving that on a bit in the next few weeks when the others plant out. And as you can see, it's quite a lot of heavy weeds, but they won't take long to go. And along this edge here, another board needs replacing. So let's crack on. Well, that's it for this pass. It didn't take too long. Luckily, the rain we've had the last few days helped it. The weeds came out quite easily. But if you are going to do weeding, do make sure to do it properly. I see so many people just ripping the weed off at ground level and leaving the roots in. And all you're doing really is pruning it, because it will be back up again. So I'll take that extra bit of time, get underneath and get the roots out, and it will pay dividends. Right. That's 1 done. There's 11 to go. Another 3 really for the allium beds. But first of all, I'm going to have a nice cup of coffee. Well, I must say that looks a lot better than when we started. Didn't take too long. What I want to do now is try and patch the sides up just to retain the soil in the beds. But as usual, we've been treated to a little shower on the way. And looking at that sky up there, I think we might be waiting a while. And there we have the temporary lash up done. Nothing particular, but at least it'll get us through this season. Still got 1 or 2 strengtheners to put in, but it's dodging between these rain showers, it does really hold you back. I've given the top soil a little rake over, but it's still claggy, very wet. The wind's picking up now, which will dry it off. So what I want to do, because this is the allium bed, I always give this a good top dressing of Superphosphate. And so we've got a bit of rain forecast a bit later on again, so hopefully that'll wash it in. Because the wind's so strong, I've had to step on the bed to apply the superphosphate really down low. So what I'm doing now is just giving it a light tickling with the rake, and that'll keep it down, stop the wind blowing it off. And so we have got rain forecast, the sky's going dark over there, and hopefully that'll bed it in. Before I start planting out the shallots, I was looking through my seed box and I came across a packet which reminded me last year a good friend of mine and fellow YouTuber, Steve over in Digwell Greenfingers, kindly sent me a sample packet of this Supersoil. Now this is amazing dilution rate, it's 1 to 1,000, so it's mixed 1 gram of this for every litre of water. Originally I thought about putting it on with a sprayer, but what I'm going to do is actually use the watering can, because reading the notes what Steve sent, you can't actually overindulge with this, and it does get some amazing reviews. So I'm going to try this on the onion bed first of all, and then we can start planting out. Now we've done the Supersoil, I'm ready for planting out. I've got 2 varieties here. This one's called Active du Nord, which is popular on the show bench, and this variety here is called Yellow Sun, and this seems to have taken over the popular one which used to be Golden Gourmet. So I'm going to get these into the beds now before the rain starts again. One other thing I always do when planting out my onions is give the roots a little dusting mycorrhizal fungi and just pop them in. So that's it then, there's 60 shallots in there, 5 rows of 12, there's 41 Yellow Sun and 19 Active du Nord. I've given them a water in, and what I'll do, I'll pop a Enviromesh over the top just in case the allium leaf miner makes a quick appearance. So that's it for this one. Many thanks for watching, and I hope you join me in the next episode where we'll be planting more stuff out and getting more beds ready. Until then, stay safe all, bye for now.